Hello students, welcome to this video lecture on projection of solids. I, Anthony Augustine, in this problem would be discussing the projection of a square prism. Following is the problem statement. A square prism with side of base 40 mm and axis 70 mm is resting on a corner of its base on HP, with the longer edge containing that corner inclined at 45 degrees to HP. We have to draw the projections. So the problem starts with step 1 by drawing the top view. So I draw the XY line. Now remember, the corner of base is in HP, so I have to place the base of the prism in HP. So the top view would be a square. Since the problem mentioned corner of base in HP, so I have to keep the corner in this position. So towards the right, I am keeping one of the corners of the square. Okay. So the sides are equally inclined to the XY line, and I get one corner towards the right side. Next, I'll project the distance into the front view and draw the rectangle that represents the front view of the prism. The height of the rectangle is 70 mm, that is the axis height. Now I'll incline this front view in stage 1 in step 2. So remember, the corner is resting. So about this corner, the longer edge, so this vertical longer edge is to be inclined at 45 degrees. So that can be seen in the front view like this. So this is the longer edge which is inclined at 45 degrees, and I have constructed the rectangle about this longer edge. Now I project it into the top view, and then I'll find the intersection with the locus that I obtain from the first stage top view. So I have drawn horizontal locus like this. I join the outermost points with dark lines. These internal edges I would be joining by verifying whether they are visible from top. So these edges are visible from top. However, the edges which are at the bottom, so these edges which are resting on the HP, okay, from the corner, these edges from this corner which is resting on HP is not visible from above, so they would be drawn by hidden lines. So this would be the final solution. Now we'll move to the actual problem solving. So the actual problem solving will start with the writing of data and understanding the concepts first, and then we'll start with the first stage below the XY line. Remember, corner condition is there. So corner condition is given, so I have to keep one corner towards right. I start with a vertical by drawing a perpendicular to the XY line. So I draw a vertical like this. And on this vertical, at a suitable distance, I take a starting point on a horizontal. So I draw a horizontal and take a starting point. So I take an angle of 45 degrees on either side of the vertical. So 45 degrees I am taking on either side of the vertical. Next, I'll be drawing faint lines, which are construction lines. And on these construction lines, I'll be taking distance of 40 mm each. So I take a distance of 40 mm on my compass like this and keep it on the corner and mark the sides of 40 mm on the inclined lines. From this intersecting arcs, I'll draw further arcs and find the intersection of the arcs to locate the last point. I join all the endpoints like this with dark lines to complete the square. So this is the square being completed, and now my top view is complete. I'll erase the unnecessary edges and I will name the points on the square ABCD, which are the base points. So the base points I name ABCD. The top face I'll name 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is a square prism, so it would be having two bases. So I'll be projecting the points into the front view through vertical lines, and I locate the base. So the point C is located on XY line, so I name it C dash. I find the other points B dash, D dash and A dash, and I darken the base with a dark line. Next, I'll be finding the height of the prism. So I'll take 70 mm height. Okay, so 70 mm is given. And I join the two endpoints like this to find the top face. Now I draw verticals to complete the square prism. So the vertical would give me the vertical edges like this. I draw the vertical edges. Now I'll name the top face. So the top face is 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash and 4 dash respectively. Now I am going to tilt the front view in the second stage. So I assume the point C1 dash at a suitable distance. So C1 dash I have located, and since the longer edge containing that corner, that is C dash 3 dash, has to be inclined at 45 degrees, I use a protractor and take an inclination of 45 degrees. And I draw a inclined line at 45 degrees as shown. I take the axis height on this inclined line using the front view figure. So I locate point 3,1 dash. Next, I'll be drawing perpendiculars through point C1 dash and 3,1 dash. So taking perpendiculars from both the endpoints of the longer edge, I draw verticals. Both the bases should be parallel to each other. So I take my compass and taking distance from C to A on my compass, I keep it on the second stage, mark the distance. Similarly, C to B, C dash to B dash, D dash, I take on my compass as shown and mark it on the second stage front view. Similarly, for the top points, I will be taking distances and marking as shown. So the points I'll be naming. So this was A dash on the base which was inclined. So A1 dash I name. Then the points B1 dash and D1 dash which were taken from the point C1 dash in the second stage. Similarly, I find the other points, that is from 3 I find 1 dash. Okay, from 3 dash I have drawn 1 dash and I complete the outline of the prism which is now inclined. Now I complete the front view in the second stage, and now I will be projecting all the points into the top view. Now I start drawing the locus first. So instead of these verticals, now I will be drawing the locus from stage 1. So in stage 2 I'll be using the top view of stage 1. So I'll be drawing locus through points A, B, C and D. which also coincides with point 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm drawing horizontal locus lines like this. Next, I'll be drawing projectors. So this written work coincides with the locus. I'm erasing it. Now I'm drawing verticals through point A1 dash and find its intersection with the horizontal locus through point A from stage 1. So this gives me point A1. Similarly, for projector of B1 dash D1 dash, I'll find its intersection with horizontal locus through point B and D from stage 1. Next, for point C1 dash, I'll draw the projector and find the intersection with locus that is horizontal and drawn through the first stage. Now for point 1, dash, I'll be drawing the projector and find its intersection with the horizontal locus through point 1 in stage. So I'll get 1, 1. Now I'll find location of point 2 and 4 dash, 4, 1 dash by drawing the projectors through 2, 1 dash and 4, 1 dash vertically and find its intersection through horizontal locus through point 2 and D from stage 1. And the last point is point 3, 1 dash through which I draw vertical projector and find its intersection with horizontal locus through 3 of stage 1. So I get all the points on the prism and I will directly join the outermost point. So for all the outermost points, I'll be joining with dark lines directly because the outline is always dark. So without any thought, I am joining the outermost points directly like this. And I'll then search whether the inner edges are dark or hidden. So when I am looking from top of the prism, the edges connecting to 1 are on top, so they should be dark. So I connect edges 1 to 2 and 1 to 4 with dark edges. Similarly, I join point A with 1 because it is visible from top. So I join with a dark line like this. Now the bottom edges connecting point C are hidden. So all the edges through point C cannot be seen from top. Hence they are joined by hidden lines. So I join C with D and C with B with hidden lines. Similarly, the edge C1 to 3, 1 is a hidden edge and it would be dashed. So this completes the top view of stage 2 and this is my required solution. Don't forget to write the dimension and complete the final view. So this is the final solution. I have written the dimension and the axis height and all the required data in the solution. I hope you are able to solve this problem using video lecture. Thank you for your patient listening.